Silence. Round 13. Bernardo Osuna alongside Hall of Famer Andre Ward, and it's Donaire coming out fast with the left hook. Both fighters said they needed to be better than they were the first time around. For Donaire, impossible to think that even though he fractured the right orbital bone of Inoue and his nose, nonetheless, he wasn't able to come away with the victory thanks to the courage and boxing skill of the hard-hitting Japanese monster.
Already in this first 30 seconds, I see a Donaire who's swifter on his feet. He's feinting, and he's looking like he wants to hide the power and not be so predictable. And I see the same Inoue, quick, fast, always thinking, looking for the big shot.
Big difference here, the gloves that are being worn by both fighters. They're puncher's gloves. The first fight, they featured winning gloves. This time, the left hook of Inoue is in the Cleto Reyes horsehair puncher's glove. Nonito Donaire with the Everlast MX, a hybrid horsehair and foam glove made by Everlast.
Both fighters have tasted the other's power, they respect the power, and neither fighter wants to make a mistake, especially early in this fight.
The first attempt by Donaire to land that right hand, which hurt Inoue on several occasions in the first fight, and sometimes gets overlooked because of his beautiful left hook, as Inoue is able to land a check hook here with 1:15 seconds left in round one. Japanese crowd getting into it here, Dre.
Yes, good shot right there. Inoue gives the crowd a lot to get excited about, and this is a crowd that is typically respectful and very quiet, but it's hard to stay quiet when you see the explosive shots of Inoue land clean like the right hand just landed.
You see the jab of Inoue there with the counter right, and now a left hook from Inoue. This fight can change with one punch at any moment. You won't want to blink because they both have dynamite in their punches. You see that left from Inoue.
So far, no reaction from either fighter from the big shots that they've taken in this first round, which is impressive because the fighters are still warming up.
Nice left hook there from... Nice left hook there from... Nice left hook there from... Nice left hook there from...
He's hurt right now, Bernardo.
The bell was his greatest ally. The first time he's dropped by a headshot by Naoya Inoue, he was dropped by a body shot in the 11th round of their first fight. What a start for Naoya Inoue, Dre.
Everything, Inoue was winning that round, and nothing crazy had happened until it did. A quick right hand to the temple of Nonito, and it sat him right on his butt. He didn't know how he got there. He just realized that he was on the canvas, and that's the type of explosive power that we've been promoting this fight with. They both possess it, but Inoue's is a little bit different, and we saw it on full display in that first round.
And now it comes time to see how each fighter reacts. Naoya Inoue is calm, and for Nonito Donaire, he's receiving instructions from his wife and trainer, Rachel Donaire. And I'm sure this was not part of the game plan. And the only positive, Dre, is there's a lot of time to make it up. You don't have to make it all up right now.
Right, and the good thing for Donaire is he has great recuperative powers. Somehow, some way, he's able to eat those big shots and keep on coming, but he can't take too many more of those. Wearing my chest. Wearing my chest. Wearing my chest. Wearing my chest. Wearing my chest.
that vaunted left hook. See that right hand from Naoya Inoue. Naoya Inoue. Naoya Inoue. Naoya Inoue. Naoya Inoue. It's devastating power, and the legs are some 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 there, not all there. And Inoue taking advantage of the moment as Donaire tries to go downstairs.
And Donaire needs to get himself together before he tries to load up, but that's not in his nature. He wants to draw Inoue in. 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 Even though he's hurt, he's trying to land his own big shots.
See another vicious left hook from the monster, Naoya Inoue. Body shot from the monster.
Looks like Donaire has made up his mind. He's going to fight fire with fire, and that's just the way it is, for better or worse. With fire, and that's just the way it is, for better or worse. With fire, and that's just the way it is, for better or worse. With fire, and that's just the way it is, for better or worse.
Just goes down, because Inoue is going to work here, and then 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 and this fight is over. What an impressive knockout victory for the monster.
Wow.
Naoya Inoue, a statement victory in his home country of Japan. And wow is all I can say about the monster as he does it at home.
He never gave Donaire an opportunity to get into this fight. He was poised, he was calm and calculated, and the big right hand that landed at the end of the first round started all the trouble for Nonito Donaire. He was never able to recover because Inoue is so efficient with his punches. He doesn't waste anything. He rarely opens himself up to be caught himself. Donaire tried to land the shots, but the explosiveness and the power proved to be too much.
We talked about Inoue having to be more defensively responsible for this rematch because of the damage he took in the first fight, Dre, and you mentioned that you expected a better version of Inoue. Did he supersede your expectations based on what he just did?
Oh, absolutely. I expected a very similar fight to the first fight. I did not expect him to go out and get a second round knockout the way that he did against Nonito Donaire, who has looked the way that he's looked these last couple years. He seems to be an ageless wonder. But all of a sudden tonight, the age might have caught up along with Inoue and what he brought to the table, and it was just the perfect storm for Nonito Donaire.
In the build-up to the fight, I talked about the fact that